We have breaking news out of London. The palace has just provided an update on the health of Princess Catherine. You may know her as Kate. Of course, Kate was diagnosed and announced she was diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer. In June, she said she was still undergoing chemotherapy, and today, in a new announcement from the palace, she says she has finally completed her chemotherapy treatment. She says that although she has finished chemotherapy, her path to healing and full recovery is long, and she must continue to take each day as it comes. For more, let's bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio. Ramy, this is very good news.
Lindsay, yes, good to see you. And we just got this word just a couple minutes ago, breaking news here, that it's not just breaking news, it's also very good news coming from the palace. Kate Middleton saying that her chemotherapy has now come to an end. And the message that has just dropped, we're getting the transcript right now, saying that as summer comes to an end, she says she can't say what a relief it is to finally complete what she says is her chemo treatment. She says the last 9 months has been incredibly tough for her family. She talks about finding a way to navigate what she calls stormy waters. Their journey was complex and scary, but she also says that with humility, this cancer journey has brought her face to face with vulnerabilities. But she's also reminded that the things in life are just of her being loved and with her family. There's also video that has dropped with this that we're waiting to show you. Basically, it is of her and her immediate family walking through a forest that we understand was filmed last August, just a few weeks ago, and that is something that shows something that's very pastoral, very family-oriented, that is a return to what she says is her health after the past 9 months of complexity. The key points that we are being told is that she's completed her preventative course of chemo, and that now her health and the path to a full recovery will be her full focus, and that she says she hopes that she will stay cancer-free.
What is incredible, since she announced this cancer diagnosis in March after abdominal surgery in January, she has undertaken some public duties. I mean, we saw her at the Trooping of the Color. We saw her at Wimbledon, a rare public appearance in July. Here we're looking at those images, Ramy, that you were just talking about of her and her immediate family, and the pastoral nature shots that you were just describing. The palace says that she is looking forward to undertaking a handful of public engagements over the coming months.
Yes, that's right. We understand that over the next few months through the end of the year, and we only have a couple more months left of 2024, that we should expect to see her at a handful of public engagements. But the palace has also indicated that we might get the word that she might join, but then nothing is certain, they say. So while she is on this path to recovery, while there may be some word that she may be coming back into public life, nothing is for certain through the end of the year. And the focus, again, is on staying cancer-free.
I think we all understand that, but of course the royal family is subject to such a scrutiny that families rarely are, especially when they're undergoing something this private. The palace is saying she has started to work from home, and I think it's remarkable. Just want to read one part of the statement, Ramy. She says, "This time has above all reminded William and me to reflect and be grateful for the simple yet important things in life, which so many of us often take for granted, of simply loving and being loved." I mean, there are 3 children we're seeing on the screen that are caught in the center of this. And also she ends her statement by saying that she continues to be with the people who are continuing their own cancer journey, saying, "I remain with you side by side, hand in hand." I mean, she has been, and of course the king, who is battling his own form of undisclosed cancer, but has some public events as well, that they're really the public figures and the face of this disease that affects so many.
Right. Strength and hope are the themes of what she has been saying here, and also the strength not just of herself and of her own immediate family, but also trying to give strength to, as you say, Lindsay, to all the people out there who are on their own cancer journeys. I really appreciate her last line saying that after darkness, her darkness and the darkness that other people have been going through in their own cancer journeys, can come light, she says, and she encourages everyone there to say, let that light shine bright. So continuing to encourage others to carry on, while also acknowledging that while she may be ending her preventative course of chemotherapy. She says that she also acknowledges that many other people are still out there, and she does stand with them.
Yeah, and you mentioned that even though she looks forward to undertaking a handful of public engagements over the next few months, she did say exactly what you mentioned. My focus is to stay cancer-free. She said, although I have finished chemotherapy, my path to healing and full recovery is long, and I must continue to take each day as it comes. So while this is just remarkably great news, of course, for the royal family and all that that adore the family, they're still setting the expectation here that this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, not a marathon, not a sprint. And it is also noteworthy that there has been this, I guess, this climb over the past 3 months. You might remember that exactly, or nearly 3 months ago, June 14th, she released a statement saying that on those bad days you feel weak. She was admitting she still felt that. She said she felt tired and you have to give in to your body resting. But then she did acknowledge those good days, right? But on the good days, you feel stronger. You want to make the most of feeling well. We did see her at Wimbledon about a month ago, and about 2 months ago. And now just pushing forward, at least these 3 months have been this wonderfully positive progress for the princess, and now she is strong enough, she is confident enough, along with her doctors, to say to come out publicly, really, to say that she is well.
And Ramy, in addition to the video that we were showing folks, they did send some still photos, which hopefully our control room is working on and can show when we have them. But they do, here's the video, they do represent sort of the essence of this statement, and that is just enjoying the simple things and being together, being in nature. I mean, the photos, you can see the princess, what looks like looking at perhaps a bug or a flower in her hand.
Yeah, and you know, just looking at these videos of the royal family here, it is important to know that while they are, they are their own family, they're also a symbol to many people who may not actually care about the monarchy here in the United Kingdom, but they are a symbol of what a family in and of themselves can try to overcome if they are themselves going through their own cancer journeys or whatever kind of physical, psychological, mental, spiritual journeys that they're going. And the symbolism here is that any family, ideally, can try to overcome them.
I just got a little chuckle seeing those 3 kiddos competing for the lens there. Just anytime we get to see, some of these new images, we do marvel at them because, yes, they're a public family, the royal family, of course, with fame and the criticism and all that comes with it. But at the end of the day, they are still just a family of 5 living life and going through something remarkably tough for any family to go through. So, Ramy Inocencio, thank you, of course, for joining us on this breaking news, this good news that Princess Kate has completed her chemotherapy treatment.